Hello, my name is Megan Bennett, and my partners are John Gravin, Brandon Jacobson, and John Williams. We are the firefighters, and we're here today to present our presentation on Samsung. Today's cell phone industry is becoming increasingly competitive for corporations and marketers. Companies are looking for ways to interact with consumers and drive sales. Samsung produces over 50 different cellular devices and can ship an upward 81.3 million phones per quarter. After the company had to discontinue the Galaxy Note 7, we decided to create two new cell phones for Samsung to offer customers. The firefighters will make their debut by focusing on the issue of Samsung's exploding Note 7 by creating a newly designed product enticed with additional features specifically partnered with Snapchat for a deeper drive with consumer engagement. The battery's external casing was too small for the components inside, causing it to short circuit and ignite. The first battery, it said, suffered from a design flaw. The overheating phones are due to a battery malfunction issue after an incident occurred at a manufacturing plant. The firefighters are using this as a direct opportunity to focus on newly designed devices. The product is a Samsung manufactured device that operates with Android software and focuses on its unique features with Snapchat. There will be two different devices with comparable price points. The first device will start at $699 full retail and feature a 16 megapixel camera and the ability to shoot a 4K with the front and rear facing cameras, built-in motion stabilizer, and a DSLR. The second device, priced at $499, will feature a 12 megapixel camera with no options for 4K or DSLR, but it does include the motion stabilizer. The battery housing will be completely redesigned to fit in the device in the back. This will give the end user the ability to handle, film, and snap while using one hand comfortably and feel natural. Samsung is the largest mobile phone maker in its home market of South Korea and the third largest in the world. They sell mobile phones, televisions, cameras, and electronic components. Samsung's mission statement is to inspire the world, create the future. Samsung is focused on building its brand and becoming a creative leader in new markets. Samsung's components are to inspire its communities by taking advantage of its key strengths, creative solutions, and innovative products and newest technologies. Samsung has a plan to reach $400 billion in revenue and be classified as the world's top 5 brands by 2020. Samsung is producing more than anyone else and has Apple on the back foot. In addition to being the world's largest technology company by revenue, Samsung's pivot and produces quickly and coming out with a variety of devices. Their devices are comparing to Apple, except Samsung provides it for a better price. It differentiates itself with larger screens, different features, and successful markets, and delivering what customers want. Our solution fits perfectly because it's something that no other company has seen. After the downfall of the Note 7, offering this completely new device is the best way to go. Lots of sales equals more profit for Samsung. This is where we get into the financials and sales statistics. Samsung has a very high research and development expenditure, resulting in one of the strongest patent portfolios among technology companies. Samsung's patent portfolio is one of the strongest in technology's industry compared to Apple, Microsoft, Intel, Amazon.com, LG Electronics, and Sony. Samsung has culture that embraces cultural differences and adapts approaches to local markets. They have a respectful brand around the world that took years and billions of dollars to build. Samsung also has expertise in building quality products at a lower cost, lower than all the other competitors. Pretty much, Samsung just has the best quality technology for the best price. Samsung has not been able to match Apple's marketing capabilities for the smartphones. While Samsung's market dropped 2.3%, Apple's grew by 34.9%. Some consumers view Apple's products to be more advanced and more sophisticated than Samsung. That's why releasing the Samsung Snap is a great idea for Samsung. It's an advantage they have over everyone else. There are many competitors in the same industry as Samsung: Panasonic Corporations, Sony Corporations, LG Electronics, and Apple. These are all direct competitors that Samsung has to one up in order to stay on top. They sell all the technologies that Samsung does: mobile phones, tablets, other services. Samsung Snap will be the one device that Samsung will have that no one else will have. Apple is the most competitive because they have such a high label name. Everyone sees Apple as the best and most advanced, and that's what's going to be the hardest thing for Samsung to overcome. Firefighters will use exclusive distribution contracts between Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Sprint. This phone will be marketed and advertised towards 16 to 24-year-olds who are heavy mobile data users. They download and stream excessively and remain reliant on their apps, owning in on Snapchat. The firefighters will create a 4-part series of commercial advertisements that focus on using Snapchat. Each episode will portray a different scenario in which Snapchat can be used, exciting, or simply fun. Communicating the release to our target market will be through channels of social media, video on demand, web publications, and of course Snapchat. An example would be of Kevin Hart using the new phone, demonstrating its features through his kids, going through some of the Snapchat filters. To save funds, cable networks and print media will be excluded the first 3 quarters of the fiscal year. Assessments will be done to redistribute funds in quarter 4. Our strategy is to finish contracts during the first quarter, design during second quarter, manufacture, beta test, and package by the end of third quarter, and market in the fourth quarter during the holiday season of 2017. At the beginning of the first quarter, 2018, we will release the products. Following its release, Samsung Snap will reduce price during the fourth quarter holiday season, and such funds and revenue will be adjusted. In order to ensure an affordable price for our high-end product, the Samsung Snap will be 2 units available for sale. The way we can target not only the high class, but we can also reach a big portion of the middle and low class market in several countries around the globe. The more expensive unit has a best-in-class camera with the entire phone being wrapped in a unique yellow Snapchat design and case, with 128 gigabytes capacity and a retail price of $699. The second unit will have a great camera still, but a lower quality of a 64 gigabyte capacity and will include the Snapchat case for $499. The prices are based on the biggest seller of Samsung has had to date, the Samsung S7 and the Samsung S7 Edge. When they were released, they had a full retail price of $672 and for the Samsung S7 and $792 for the Samsung S7 Edge. This time we want to stick with the number 9 at the end due to an experiment tested by MIT and the University of Chicago. A standard women's clothing item was tested at the prices of $34, $39, and $44. To the researchers' surprise, the item sold best at $39, even more than the cheaper $34 price. On the other hand, we want to exceed Samsung's S7 Edge first half of 2016 sales as top-selling Android of 13.3 million units. We project to at least sell 16 million units for the first semester after launch. Mixing inbound and outbound marketing strategies with a highly innovative product will enrich the expectation of the Samsung Snap. We strongly believe that the Samsung Snap will reach historic numbers and enhance/recover Samsung's reputation. According to research done by TechWalls and tech expert Tuan Duo, most smartphones have a production cost between 26 and 44%. For example, the iPhone 7 had a total production cost of approximately $224.80 and had a retail price of $649. That's a profit margin of 65.4%. On the other hand, the Samsung Galaxy S7 had a production cost of approximately $255 and a retail price of $599 in the year 2016. That's a profit margin of 57.4%. For our Samsung Snap, we plan to maintain a production cost that goes up to $287, which is a 41.05% production profit. For the most expensive version and the production cost around $195, that's a 39.7% profit for the lower cost version. That's including materials and manufacturing costs. Furthermore, talking about the marketing costs, specifically according to the U.S. campaign, Apple spent $1.8 billion in 2016. In its annual report, Apple, the world's biggest company, said its ongoing investment in marketing and advertisement is crucial to the development and the sale of innovative products and technologies. We plan to invest $1.04 billion in the marketing of our products in the first year. We have a huge challenge rebranding the Samsung brand on the smartphone market, and it requires creativity and great execution, but an important investment towards advertising. Our marketing flyer for the Samsung Snap shows prototype of the device. This one shown is the flyer is the limited edition, more expensive version of the phone without the case and with the case. It features a 16 megapixel camera and the ability to shoot in 4K with the rear and front facing cameras, built-in motion stabilizer, and the DSLR. Here's a better look at our limited edition, more expensive version of the Samsung Snap. Here's our limited model with the no yellow case and its 64 gigabytes of capacity. This is our lower version. Firefighters will present a proposal to Samsung. It's developed in our first assessment plan of 2017, which focused on developing new products for Samsung, including multiple measures of addressing them. Each quarter during the development stages are crucial. Developing teams will be required to submit daily reports of the progress of the products. If any problems are to arise, corrective actions will take place to ensure development stays within the timeline. Following the timeline ensures that each goal is hit on schedule. Firefighters will communicate with Samsung and Snapchat weekly during development. Releasing of the product will start in the first quarter of 2018. Each quarter, firefighters will collect the cell data, customer reviews, customer service needed, and assessments the collected data using one report that articulates the quality of the products and the success that is compared to the predictions in previous products' data. The findings from both of these measures are being incorporated into firefighters' quarterly assessment reports. Findings will lead to some improvements of the product's capabilities. We will have to make changes or come up with new updates. Within Snapchat and the phone, we need to keep up with the updates and increase the features throughout the first year of release. Thank you from the firefighters team.